Gonna go on the song and say, verbatim, you still hang with them that done got your partner whacked? Okay. So you got 21 Savage on your album, and then 21 Savage get on the album and say, get him smacked, then turn around and give his brother down. So he dissing your partner on your album. Probably said it in the studio with you.
I got Wham and Savage on the phone to stop whatever could have happened with them. I got niggas on the phone.
Imagine this. The person you've known since day one, your day one homie, smokes on the interstate. Later on, you learn that your alleged industry friend was involved. That's precisely what transpired between Lil Baby and 21 Savage over Marlo's murder. And since then, people have been talking about it. Today, we'll examine how Young Thug had to intervene before Atlanta became a full-fledged war zone, why Marlo had to leave, and how 21 Savage allegedly planned to hit on Lil Baby's best buddy. There is much more to this story than meets the eye, so stay tuned until the very end, and I'm going to reveal some incredible street politics. Let me quickly explain how close Baby and Marlo were to one another. These were more than just buddies in the industry or rap partners. They grew up in the same neighborhood and were brothers from the trenches. They both grew up in Bankhead, one of Atlanta's most infamous neighborhoods, and they shared a genuine bond that is uncommon in the business. It appeared as though they were about to blow up together when they both joined with Quality Control at the same time. This is the tragic part of the narrative. Though Marlo's music never truly caught on, but Baby's career rocketed off like a rocket ship. P from QC claims that Marlo stayed on the streets in an attempt to maintain his friends' lifestyle because his rap career wasn't making the kind of money Baby was. Baby did everything in his power to support his son's success. He secured him a record deal, kept him in the studio for long periods of time, had him appear on songs, and persistently urged Marlo to put more of an emphasis on music rather than street activities. Interviews revealed Baby's strong belief in Marlo's ability and desire for him to leave the hood legally. But when it came to his street activities, Marlo was unyielding. He was still shifting weight and managing various kinds of business in Bankhead, despite having a record deal and Baby's backing. His demise, and the entire 21 Savage issue, were eventually caused by his dedication to the streets despite having a path out. Let me now explain something about Marlo that the majority of casual fans are unaware of. This wasn't a rapper attempting to project a false image or act tough for the cameras. Long before he ever touched a microphone, Marlo was really respected in the streets of Bankhead. Marlo was associated with the Goodfellas mob through PFK, Play for Keeps, or 3L. He wasn't merely shifting weight, he was apparently managing various kinds of business for his crew. According to street sources, rumor has it that Marlo was involved in eliminating anybody who insulted his enterprise or crossed him. The purported murder of Capo Nuke was one of the most important events that immediately put him on 21 Savage's radar. In these streets, Nuke wasn't just any old person, he was a senior member of the Goodfellas gang who had recently returned from a lengthy sentence. Nuke had strong ties to the 4L crew that 21 Savage operates with, and he was feared and respected. According to the narrative, Nuke was supposedly making fun of Marlo's baby mama, and Marlo wasn't showing that much disrespect. According to reports, Marlo called for Nuke's elimination. Because Nuke had strong ties to the 21 Savages, his death could not go unpunished in the streets, and that was the exact action that sealed Marlo's doom. You must be familiar with Baby Drill in order to truly comprehend how this hit went down. This young man, whose actual name is Del Cristo Wilson, was eager to establish himself in both the streets and the rap games. Baby Drill was a member of 21 Savages 4L crew and had a reputation for working hard. Baby Drill was raised in the 4L system designed by 21 Savage. He was one of those youthful, devoted troops who would stop at nothing to impress the crew's older members. Baby Drill saw the supposed bounty on Marlo's head from 21 Savage as a chance to advance in the ranks and earn significant respect. Baby Drill's utilization of the purported murder to further his rap career is what makes his story even more bizarre. Following Marlo's passing, Drill began writing songs in which he essentially boasted about the success. He would mention dropping the largest OP when he was 17 in songs like 32, freestyle in songs with Young Nudie, obviously referring to Marlo. According to reports on the streets, Baby Drill and his group followed Marlo to I-285 on July 11th as he was leaving the Boncod reunion, and then opened fire on his vehicle. Marlo died at the scene of the crash. It's interesting to note that Baby Drill was later detained on suspicion of murder in a separate case, indicating that this wasn't his only purported body. You have to comprehend Atlanta's intricate gang politics in order to comprehend why 21 Savage wanted Marlo removed. 21 Savage connects to other blood sets throughout the city and operates with 4L, which includes his crew's Slaughter gang. Marlo has connections to the Goodfellas mob through PFK, also referred to as 3L. There was a time when these groups got along well. Actually, there is old video of Marlo and 21 Savage together in the 9th Ward. grinning and displaying affection. They appeared to respect each other and were earning money together. However, everything abruptly changed when Marlo supposedly had Capo Nuke slain. Nuke's death could not be ignored, because he was well liked on the streets and had deep ties to the residents of 21. After Nuke was killed, 4L members began intimidating PFK, which swiftly intensified the feud. Gunshots, robberies, and chain snatching. Anyone associated with 3L was under intense pressure from the young men in 4L Mad Rock. An 18-year-old 4L member with a reputation for hard effort was one of the war's most important casualties. The streets quickly blamed PFK for the revenge when Mad Rock was killed in a drive-by shooting. This cycle of back-and-forth violence could only be broken by eliminating key participants. This is where 21 Savage truly displayed his true nature and the petty nature of the entire circumstance. In addition to reportedly planning Marlo's murder, he even dared to disparage him on Lil Baby's own album. 21 Savage made allusions. Two those were obviously directed at Marlo, essentially making fun of Baby while he was mourning his closest buddy. You can see how certain 21 Savage was that Baby wouldn't take revenge by the fact that he felt secure enough to disparage a deceased man on his friend's record. It seemed as like he was putting Baby's gangster to the test to see if he would truly defend his deceased friend or simply overlook it for the sake of business politics. Baby was still grieving the loss of his best pal, so this transfer was very chilly. On Baby's own project, 21 Savage is essentially boasting about it. Normally, this kind of disrespect would result in instantaneous street vengeance. But the politics of the industry muddled matters. Now picture yourself as Lil Baby, gradually figuring out that someone you thought of as a buddy in the business killed you on your first day. Sources close to the matter said that Baby was devastated to hear about 21 Savage's purported participation. According to the streets, Baby was prepared to go to battle right away. He desired to exact revenge on 21 Savage and the entire 4L team. However, because both performers had significant label support and were earning substantial sums of money, that's when the politics of the industry became tricky. The realization that 21 Savage had been playing in his face the entire time was what truly devastated Baby. 21 Savage apparently knew exactly what happened to Marlo, since he gave the order while they were performing songs and attending events together. Young Thug's goal has always been to maintain Atlanta's unity in the music business. He has discussed in interviews how he has prevented a number of beefs from getting worse in the city, because he recognizes that it is detrimental to everyone's finances when artists in Atlanta have a falling out. Thug knew he had to step in before things went out of control when he learnt about the severe tension between Baby and 21 Savage. This was more than a dispute between two artists. This was about to escalate into a full-scale conflict between Atlanta's big crews. Thug essentially told Baby and 21 Savage that they were bigger than Street Beat during a three-way call. He reminded them that the world views Atlanta as a city where rappers encourage one another rather than disparage one another, and that the community is meant to stick together. Man, y'all brothers, stick together. Man, y'all brothers, we ain't talking about no internet stuff and what's going on in the world. Thug claims he told them, we are discussing actual life. You two may say the same thing on whatever platform. I got both of you on the phone and told you to stop this. The streets were aware of what actually transpired, even though Thug was able to convince them to publicly put an end to their feud. Gunna was undoubtedly at ease enough to criticize Baby in his later music because of this. Gunna essentially revealed the entire truth in one of his songs when he mentioned that Baby was hanging out with someone who had gotten your boyfriend whacked. That line struck a distinct chord because it reaffirmed what the public already knew, that Baby was still great with 21 Savage even though he was aware of his involvement in Marlo's demise. Serious questions were also raised by Baby's decision to remove his Instagram post regarding Marlo a few minutes after it was posted. People began to wonder if Baby truly wanted that life, or if he was just going to overlook his friend's passing in order to maintain his professional and business connections. The fact that Baby stopped publicly recognizing his deceased friend is one among the most obvious indications that something shifted between him and the Marlo scenario. Before all of this became public, Baby would post about Marlo on important anniversaries like his birthday and the anniversary of his death. He would maintain Marlo's reputation on social media by posting old pictures and memories. However, Baby stopped writing about Marlo entirely after the truth about 21 Savage's purported participation was revealed. No more anniversary reminders, no more birthday posts, nothing. Given how close they were, it seems as though Marlo has simply vanished from the public consciousness. Neither Marlo's family nor friends were blind to this shift in behavior. People began to wonder if Baby was more focused on preserving his business connections and making money than he was on obtaining justice for his pal. The fact that it revealed the true dynamics of Atlanta's rap scene adds to the complexity of the problem. There are musicians that earn millions of dollars yet are nevertheless connected to rival street crews. Money sometimes speaks louder than loyalty. Yet the music industry and the streets are so linked that feuds may literally cost lives. As noted by Chris Jeremiah and other street critics, this circumstance severely undermined Baby's reputation. If you're cool with the folks that killed your best friend, how are you going to rap about being loyal and a gangster? Many folks in Atlanta were asking that question. Street justice is frequently subordinated to the industry's need to keep money flowing and maintain relationships. Since violence is detrimental to business, labels, managers, and business partners all have an interest in keeping their artists out of conflict. Therefore, millions of money and several jobs are at stake, even if someone wishes to take revenge. In the end, this tale is about loyalty, treachery, and the cost of maintaining ties to the streets while attempting to succeed in the music business. According to reports, Lil Baby lost his best friend to someone he thought was a friend in the business. According to reports, 21 Savage planned a hit through Baby Drill, his young artist, and then dared to disparage the deceased man on Baby's own record. The damage was already done when Young Thug intervened to stop a full-scale conflict in Atlanta. You can see how the industry truly operates by the fact that they are all still earning money in music while this is going on. When millions of dollars are at stake, it is sometimes more crucial to keep the peace and uphold commercial ties than to pursue justice. The streets, however, recall every detail. And for that reason, years later, people are still discussing this tale. You may learn everything you need to know about how business, politics can trump street loyalty from the way Baby stopped posting about Marlo and appeared to move on from pursuing justice. That is the true account of the situation involving 21 Savage and Lil Baby. Please share your thoughts regarding how this entire situation transpired in the comments section. Additionally, don't forget to subscribe for more content that reveals the true backstories of your favorite